Hey everybody, Jim Ingersoll here. I'm going to belly up and lean in a little bit and talk to you about some cool things I've got on my mind tonight. I want to thank you for joining into the Real Estate Success Podcast, first episode of 2020, which I am mind blown that we're in 2020. You know what I mean? For me, it seemed like yesterday was Y2K and everyone thought the world was going to collapse, but it didn't. And here we are 20 years later, it went like that. I've been investing full-time, I think, since 2006. So that's a good chunk of those 20 years, and time flies. That is kind of the topic that I want to talk to you about today is where are you headed? Why are you headed there? And do you really know what you want out of both life and about using real estate as an asset class to deliver you that lifestyle that you really want? I want to thank all of our subscribers and all those who share our content in the Real Estate Investor Success Facebook group, our YouTube channel at Investing Now Network, and people that encouraged me throughout the years to keep this podcast going. You guys are ultimately the rock stars, and I greatly appreciate it. I also want to thank everyone who's already signed up for the Dealmaker. DealmakerLive2020.com is the website, and it's coming up super fast. I've been interacting just today in the last little while with a bunch of the speakers, panelists, people coming in. We've got folks registered all the way from Seattle in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon, California, Texas, Chicago, Florida, Mississippi, everywhere in between, all the way to the beautiful East Coast of Connecticut. And I'm super excited to bring this. We've got a ton of people registered. We're actually approaching sellout. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to Dealmaker Live, Dealmaker2020live.com, and secure your seat and join me so I can meet you in person. So here's what's on my mind. I want to talk to you about where you're going and why you're going there, and what is it that intrigues you about using real estate as an asset class to make your dreams come true. I mean, really, what would it take to make 2020 your very best year of your entire life, right? You could forget about 2019 right now, guys. There were things that went great and things that were just a freaking struggle, challenge. Forget all of it. Forget the regrets. Leave them behind and move forward. Look out your windshield, not out your rear view mirror, because here we go, 2020. I'm a super optimistic person anyways, and anytime that we hit like early January, I am pumped up, revved up, amped up, and ready to roll, and I want you to be there as well. So here we are, 2020, mind blown, right? Well, blink, and it's going to be 2030 just like that. And here's my question. What do you want to be doing 10 years from now? What do you want your life to look like? Think about it for just a minute. Who do you need to be spending time with right now so that in 10 years from now, you look back and say, time well spent? What relationships do you need to improve on? Maybe with your kids, with your parents, with your brother, your sister, whoever it is. And what about your physical fitness, right? Are you happy with where you're at right now? Are you satisfied? Are you hitting the gym like everybody else at the beginning of the year? Or are you able to put some things in place that say, yeah, this is something I can achieve for like a long time? Are you physically fit? Are you happy with your endurance? Are you lifting weights? You have other challenges that prevent you from doing all of that, but you can do something. All of us can do something. So what do you picture yourself looking like 10 years from now, guys? Seriously, and girls. What do you want to look like in 10 years? And if you're planning to live to be 80, 90, 110, well, the time to work on that is today. So make sure you're physically fit. How much time freedom do you want? I mean, do you want to be going like all out for 80 hours a week for your entire life? Do you want to be trading dollars for your time forever? Or are you going to be able to work on creating assets that cash flows so you can have some freedom to go to the islands or go to Italy or wherever else you want to go? And by the way, where do you want to go? Tell me in the comments, like, where is one place you'd love to go in 2020? And what impact do you really want to be making this year and through the next decade? Because the decade's going to go like that. Believe me, all things are possible. But first, you have to know where you're going to go, and you have to believe in yourself, in your heart of hearts. You guys hear me say all the time that your network is your net worth. But the truth is, before you can even have a network, you have to believe in the person in the mirror, right? You have to believe in yourself. So repeat after me. Self-worth equals net worth. That's my new one for 2020. Self-worth equals net worth. You have to believe in yourself, not your negative neighbors, your family members telling you you're cuckoo for trying to do real estate. It takes money to make money and all those bad myths. Get rid of them. So how was your 2019? How would you describe it? I said, leave it behind. It's in the past, but take 5 minutes and think about it, and then leave it behind forever, okay? Now, how do you want to go about taking a look at your 2019? Well, why don't you go to your Facebook timeline for one, and take a look at your posts, see where your head was at, your mind was at, the people that you spent time with. Take a look through your pictures. Pictures are a visual story of your 2019. Where did you go? You probably did a lot more than you may be thinking right now, and you can give yourself a little pat on the back. Take a look at your journal. I hope you guys are writing things down so you can capture your thought every day. Take a look at the times that were good and the times that were struggling and the challenges and how you made it through those. What things in 2019 brought you the most joy in your heart? The time that you spent with the right people doing the right things. Because reflection can be an important piece of your future, okay? So I want you to think about that. Mark Twain once said the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you found out why you were born, right? So dig deep. Think about why you want to use real estate as an investment classification, asset class, to get to from where you're at today here in 2020 to where you're trying to get in 2030 financially. Do you need to get out of debt? Do you need to get rid of your job? Do you need to quit trading time for dollars, or quit being a solo entrepreneur and generate a business that creates the lifestyle that you want? I encourage you to think about how you can create a real estate business to support the lifestyle that you want going into 2020. I like to say, if you don't have a vision for your own life, then what you're going to do is settle for someone else's. And I don't want you to do that. So what's your plan? Do you need more money? Do you need to increase your net worth, your equity, your cash flow? Are you ready to retire or put the kids through college? Do you have a wedding for your daughter coming up? Do you want to take your wife to Paris? What is it that you've got to get ready for right away, early 2020? And what relationships do you need to improve? What is your real core deep inside your heart for wanting to do this? Because if you don't know your why, real estate will test you and you'll put your tail between your legs and you will run away. I don't want you guys to run away. I want you to dig deep and learn when you hit battle time. There will be battles in real estate. Tenants will not perform perfectly. People paying your notes won't either, and neither will your contractors, and neither will your employees, your virtual assistants, or anyone else. Somebody will always let you down. And if you don't know your why in your heart, you're going to stick your tail between your legs and give up on your dreams. I don't want you to do that. So dig deep. Why do you want this? What are your goals for 2020? Are you just starting? Are you building an empire of assets? Are you just getting started? Are you wholesaling? Do you want to flip? Focus on one thing. I want to ask you this. What is the one thing you need to focus on for the next 7 days, the next 4 weeks? What is it? The one thing. Here's the thing. A lot of people are trying to establish deal flow. What if you were to block in your time schedule 1 hour every day to do nothing but look for deals? Could you find them? How about this? How about if you were to reach out to everybody you bought a house from last year in 2019 and just reestablish that relationship and make sure they know that you're still buying houses in 2020? And do they know anybody who could use the help that you provided them? Build that referral network. Networks are critical. And then from there, what if you were to reach out to 5, 10, 20 people every single day for the next 1 week, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, until you establish the deal flow that you're looking for. What realtors do you need to build a better relationship with so they give you more off-market listings, right? Pocket listings. What wholesalers do you need to get to know a little bit better on a more personal level so that they'll call you number one on their wholesale buyers list and not somebody else? A lot of the best deals that wholesalers get, they get snapped up like this, guys. And if you're not at the top of that list, you're not going to get it. Build that relationship. Here's another couple of key questions to think about in 2020. What contractors are driving you crazy? Like, as soon as they finish, they want to get a check like you're an ATM machine. Which ones are collecting a deposit from you up front and then disappearing for a week, right? You guys get the pain point. Figure out which contractors are giving you the most pain and eliminate them. Find new ones. That's what 2020 is all about. Looking forward. Which tenants are you having to struggle to collect rent on every month? Which tenants are not keeping up their places the way you want? Identify those 3 worst tenants and work to get rid of them. There's no get rich quick button in real estate, but methodically you can get where you want. Here's what I find really interesting about real estate entrepreneurs that do really well versus the ones who sort of struggle. Number one, they invest in themselves. The best people have great teams and they develop skills and provide the leadership to that team to elevate the team and also your real estate business. They invest in networks. The best real estate entrepreneurs are building out multiple networks with multiple people. They have a network for finding deals. They have a network for private lending. They've got a network of contractors. They got a legal team. It's all about teams and relationships. And if your net worth and your cash flow, your deal flow isn't growing fast enough, here's your first action item for 2020. Challenge your networks, okay? And then finally, as we close this out, 2020 is going to be about goals. I don't believe in resolutions. I don't believe in just having a New Year's resolution that I'm going to lose 5 pounds or I'm going to add $50,000 or whatever. I'm going to give X amount away. But I do believe in goals. And I think if you take time and write down what your goals are right now, write them down today and let me know if you're going to really do this. You will be so much further ahead. And then maybe every day, every week, every month, take a look at your goals and journal about them and figure out like what is the one thing you need to focus on today? Who is the one person you need to talk to and reach out to today to help you move forward towards your goals? Don't let your goals disappear into the 2020 sunset. Don't let them be so foggy that you can't hardly see them like a strobe light and so on. Get help where you need it. Come to Dealmaker Live 2020. Join me and all the best speakers, panelists, and attendees around the country, and I'll see you there. 2020 can be a magnificent year. It can be the very best year of your life, but it starts with you starting right here in your mind and in your heart with a decision that you're going to do it. It starts today. It's no excuse day. You've got to make this happen. You deserve it. Your family deserves it, and you can pull it off. I believe in you. I'm going to provide you with a pathway of hope today because I've seen real estate when people are diligent, persistent, they stick with it, they have a plan, and they go forward. I've seen so many people do so well, and I want that to be you. Thanks for joining in again, this first podcast episode of Real Estate Success Podcast. Thanks again to everybody from the Real Estate Investors Success Facebook group, everybody who connects with me in Twitter, which I've got like 68,000 Twitter followers or something crazy, LinkedIn and everywhere else. You guys are all rock stars and I'm super happy for you. Let's crush 2020 and really make this the year that really changed the trajectory of our lives. Let's take it up a level and crush it in 2020. I'll see you guys later.